Let's shift gears. Let's shift gears into main topic, shall we? All right. So buy, sell, or hold.
Yes.
If you are just tuning in and you don't know the rules of this, this is going to be a segment that we do to where we go through different product types, and based on how things are going right now in terms of the viability of the product, the future of the product, are you bearish or are you bullish, right? As if you were buying stock in this product line, right? Similar to the market. And you have to give an answer of buy, sell, or hold and explain why. So to start off, I have a list of products here. And I thought we'd start off with a product line that you don't hear much about right now, short-term care plans. Short-term care plans, right? So your alternative to long-term care plans covers people for up to a year in a long-term care facility like assisted living or nursing home. Short-term care plans. Glenn Shelton, buy, sell, or hold?
Short-term care. That's a tough, man. I felt like you gave me a curveball out the gate here. This is a tough one. I feel like it's a hold for me. I wouldn't sell it and I wouldn't buy it. It's something that I'd probably hang on to if I already had it. If you're already contracted with short-term care carrier, if you've sold a few policies, and I'm sure another insurance type that we'll discuss is long-term care. So I don't want to like ruin that, but you know, with long-term care being so much less viable than it once was, short-term care can actually be really attractive from an underwriting standpoint, from a cost standpoint. It has a place. It does. I don't love it. I'm not obsessed with it. There's actually some organizations out there who focus a ton on it. Bankers Life is one of them, where they will literally go knock doors to sell short-term care. And that wouldn't be my mentality at all. Like, it's bonkers to me that someone would be like, hey, we're going to build a business on short-term care. But the flip side of it is I've seen it work. I've seen where it makes sense. I've seen where clients actually want it, where prospects want it. And because of long-term care's less viable situation, you know, there is a place for it. So hold, sir, out the gate. That's hold. We're holding.
All right. So you're holding on to your position with short-term care. You're not dumping it. You're not buying more. You're not buying the dip. You're
not
holding.
Absolutely not buying the dip. But we'll hold on to it. It can't hurt. It'll appreciate probably to some degree, right?
Yes. So okay. So my answer: buy, sell, or hold on short-term care plans.
You're really getting a kick out of this, I can tell. You're loving it. Guys, Christian doesn't play games, so this is a big deal for him, okay?
I love games. I love games. Okay? Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Maybe we'll turn this into a board game for you guys. Buy, sell, hold. Insurance verticals.
5 people buy it. Biggest insurance nerds in the world. Roll the dice, honey. Let's see if you're going to buy, sell, or hold.
Oh, I just landed on short-term care.
My wife left me because I kept playing insurance buy, sell, or hold game and family evenings.
Oh my gosh. Insurance buy, sell, hold. I want to see a TV commercial for it.
Hey kids, are you bored with the video games or playing outside? Well, now you have insurance buy, sell, hold.
Monopoly's so lame and overrated.
Tired of playing a game that's older than your grandpa? Time to buy insurance, buy, sell, hold. These kids, they're like, there's no way that Medicare supplements I'll buy. They're arguing with each other. They're like,
I love fixed index IULs. These are amazing. Cash value life insurance is amazing.
Oh, I need this commercial to happen now. I don't know how many actors we have to hire. And
yeah, maybe I'll get my kids to film it. Guys, here we go. Action. Okay. All right. Buy, sell, hold. Short-term care. Mr. Brindle.
I am a buyer. I'm building a position. I'm building a position on STC Island. You know, I'm putting some property up. You know,
What I need like a scale of buyer, like on the bullet, like 1 to 10. How bullish
yeah,
are you?
we need to add this to every single one. So I would be an 8 out of 10.
Wow, you're very bullish.
Here's why. And there's some other ancillary products that we will get to that I don't, and so I won't say their names, but I feel like I'm not as bullish on them as I was. I feel like everybody wants help with long-term care coverage, but there's not a lot of great ways to get that coverage these days. And, I ran a quote for someone the other day just for fun, just like looking at what the prices we're looking at right now. For a lot of seniors, especially like people 65 to 70, a lot of markets, you can still get a pretty good plan for under $100 a month. It's not that expensive, So I am a buyer of short-term care. I'm
Wow.
building a position on
I thought you
short-term
might
care.
be bullish, but I think you're a lot more bullish than I would have guessed. I don't even know who you are. I don't even know who you are. Go
All
work for
right.
bankers. Go
I've,
work for bankers.
I've accepted a job, by the way. Seemed intriguing. Seemed like I could do it on the side of ESI, no
I think
biggie.
that's fair. No conflicts there. No conflicts.
All right. Shifting gears. Next product on the docket, on the board, is its counterpart, long-term care. Buy, sell, or hold.
It's like what's Jim Cramer's show called?
Mad Money.
Yeah, Mad. It's like Mad Money. Tell, 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 tell.
Sell, sell,
He
sell,
has
sell, sell, sell.
yeah.
Yeah.
Boom, he hits his back. Tell, 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 tell. Long-term care was a great product at one point. We've talked about the death of MedSup on the show, and in my opinion, long-term care has essentially already died. I know there's probably some people out there who still sell it, who still have maybe a little niche for it, and that's great. Hats off to you guys if you can make it work. But me personally, the idea of spending a lot of time, energy, or money to pursue this product line just doesn't fit into a modern paradigm for me. I think the underwriting is too strenuous. I think the cost is absurd, and I just don't see how you can really like put it into a primary, especially when we're early in this conversation of different product lines, but when we get to the end of this and you see how many options with a life health license you have, it's hard to justify putting long-term care anywhere in your toolbox because you can only have really so many in your toolbox, right? So I'm selling. Sell, 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 sell.
Yeah, I thought long and hard about this one. You know, considered long-term care, took it out to dinner, had a conversation with it, but ultimately I'm dumping my position in long-term care.
Okay.
I'm sell, 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 sell
Yeah.
for all the reasons that you said, right? Very high prices, not a lot of carriers willing to play in the market right now, right with it. So there's not a lot of competition. Just seeing kind of the domino effects of long-term care policies from 10 years ago, 15 years ago. They're jacking the prices up through the roof. They're trying to bait their policyholders to take buyouts and all of those things. I think the product line, like you said, it's very dead for the most part. And so for that reason, I am a seller when it comes to LTC, long-term care. All right, next on the docket, home health care plans.
We got some good ones here. Home health care plans. I actually like home health care plans. I think that they're underrated. I think a lot of people pass on these. I'm bullish, but it's like a light bullish. It's like a
How much out of 10?
I'd say probably like a 3 or 4 out of 10. Like I'm definitely like, if you're like looking at like the sell to buy and holds like in the middle, like I'm just
Mhm.
like a little past hold. Like I would have it in my toolbox. It's probably going to be at the back. It's not going to be something I necessarily lead with, but what I like about home health care is I think from a beneficiary standpoint, it's something that they find really enticing. I think a lot of people don't want to go to the doctor. A lot of people don't want to go to the hospital. So if you're a senior and you get sick, what do? If you have something that's a long-term illness, if you have a chronic disability, your preference, if you had to choose between going to the hospital all the time or having someone come out to your house to help you, obviously you would choose that latter, right? You'd rather have someone come out to your house. I'm not super familiar with the premiums on this product, to be honest. I've never personally written a home health care policy. I've heard good things through the agent grapevine about it. I don't feel like I hear very many people selling it, which is part of the reason probably why I am slightly bullish too. I like the whole kind of, everyone zag idea,
Mhm.
right? Where if nobody's selling it and you're the one out there talking about it, people are going to be interested in what you're saying. Like, oh, I didn't know I could get a policy like that, or I'd never heard about something like that. So I'd say a 4 out of 10, but definitely leaning on the bullish side with this one.
Got it. Got it. So, well, home healthcare plans for me, I'm gonna hold. I'm not comfortable building my position. I'm not really wanting to buy the dip as much. Um, I'm
What's a premium like on a typical home health care plan? Any idea?
It varies, but usually I see because all these plans are customizable, right? So you can add things to them, take things away, impact the premium. But I'd say about in most states, 50 to $70 a month.
See, that's pretty reasonable.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm a hold. I've never. So here's the thing with home
I'm
health care.
old.
Here's the thing with home health care. I've never I've
Old.
I've never been super bullish on the product, and the reason is because it is so very specific, right? Because Medicare covers home health care. What Medicare doesn't cover is like your custodial care type of things.
Right,
So,
right.
and that's where the home health care would kind of chip in. It would cover some of those more obscure areas of home health care that Medicare wouldn't cover. But I look at that as so much more of like a luxury than a need, if you will. But I think it's valuable. I think there's people out there that would want it. So I'm not crazy about the product, but at the same time I'm not dumping it either.